Hi everybody, it's quite late on Sunday evening. I think it's about 9 o'clock and I've just come out because the town was so busy earlier on, and I thought I'd wait till it had quietened down to come over to the beach and just to talk about the soul plan energy that came out for this week. I hope you've all had a good week. It just seems like with blink of an eye another week's gone by. And I don't know about you, but I'm finding that life is just getting more bizarre every day, and we seem to be hearing of different things going on. It's thinking, oh my goodness, wow. And the more we think about it, it could become quite overwhelming, so sometimes we just have to keep ourselves in our own sort of bubble in a way to keep ourselves focused and keep our vibration high, because otherwise it could be quite tough. And the energy that kind of flew out this morning, out the energy pack, was this one. It's Earth, Emotions and Society, and it's the 8th energy that came out. Chet, C-H-E-T is the Hebrew letter, the 8th one. And it looks like an amoeba, which could shift in shape to adapt to its environment. And really, this is a very high vibrational, earthly energy from the soul plan, and it's to do with the earth. It's like we're spiritual beings that have come down to earth, and the earth can sometimes be a bit hostile, and maybe sometimes we feel a wee bit out of sorts and we can't adapt to the surroundings. And some people who have actually got this energy in a challenge position in their soul plan chart, they really do kind of go through quite a tough challenge, life lessons, because it's almost like they feel they don't fit in. But again, it's all about coming down to earth, to ground, and to be here and to experience and go through life's lessons. So as I say, the earth is a beautiful place, and you could have this energy in a different part of your chart and be very grounded and really feeling nurturing and fitting in, etc. But I think coming out, it's just reminding us, yes, the earth is a beautiful place, but we're kind of going through a lot. We're going through a massive, huge challenge at this time, as you well know. And so Earth, Emotions and Society. So the emotions are obviously, what we go through, and emotions are an integral part of who we are, and we have emotions every day of our life, obviously, that are part of who we are. Now, sometimes those emotions can really become quite unstable, and maybe some people are kind of feeling that they are having difficulty in adjusting to what's going on in society, because we've lost what we had, and that's really quite hard. Because what are we now, August, and really just since the beginning of the year, and especially into March, this has been a very, very, very tough time for everybody. And although people are out and about again just now, there are limitations, regulations, guidelines, laws, etc. as well, and our lives have just been totally turned upside down, and we haven't got the freedoms to do what we feel is natural to do. And that could really be tough, because it's as if we're spiritual beings coming down to this earth to experience different life lessons with each other and for ourselves, to get that soul growth. And it's almost like the spiritual side from us has been almost tried to get taken away, because we mentioned before as well, it seems a natural response to, if anybody was to fall or whatever, or if they're not well, you want to be with them, you want to help them, you want to touch, you want to hug, you want to be there and show love, etc., that you care. And these things are kind of getting taken away. all over the world, and it's very, very tough what we're going through. So emotions, some people are actually becoming so overwhelmed, and they try to escape. So what do we do to escape? We could go and get more alcohol, we could take drugs, we could eat food, we can do whatever that takes us away from reality, because what we're going through is just quite a turmoil, and it could cause quite severe emotional instability. So it's very, very important that we are able to keep ourselves grounded, because keeping ourselves grounded will help us to remain who we're here to be, because it just seems like everything's just, changed completely, and everything seems to be out with our own control. We don't seem to even have the freedom to do so many things now. So it's important, as I say, I go out walking quite a lot, and I think it's about 9 miles today I walked in the country and down by the water, and as I say, I'm so lucky to be where I live, and even now just over there I'm seeing the sun setting as well, just about. It's gone now, but I find that the grounding, being out in nature, is actually the best medicine for me, and I know it help so many other people as well. And it's important to get into your emotions, and sometimes if we're not feeling good, it's good even just to go for a walk. So things like meditation and EFT, which is tapping, emotional freedom technique to get into emotions, because we need to transmute those negative emotions into more positive, because it is becoming quite overwhelming talking to a lot of people and hearing what's going on, and we really don't hear half of what people are going through at the moment. So if we can get out and about, and music as well is amazing, get into some really good music that really makes you feel good, and because that vibrates with our whole body and cells as well, and music just makes you feel fantastic, getting the music up and going with it. So these type of things could help us with this feeling a bit maybe ungrounded, because this energy is all about keeping grounded, and if we're not grounded, we're kind of up here and we're sort of stuck in the head, and we need to kind of keep ourselves grounded down. And I keep mentioning this, but it's just keeping the focus on keeping our vibration good, and if we're able to keep in a good sort of spirit, good vibration, then even just by our presence in the world, it just helps other people, even at a distance as well. So, as I say, people could get quite overwhelmed with their emotions, but we're all here as individual beings, and every single one of us is here as a unique being. There's nobody else in the world like you, me, anybody else, and that's quite special if nobody else is like yourself. And we've all got gifts and talents that we came here with, and we are able to help each other, even by just being in the presence of somebody and having a higher vibration. If somebody's a wee bit down, it's good to be there for them as well. And society, so Earth, spiritual beings coming to Earth can be very hostile, despite the beauty. Emotions we spoke about as well, which can be very difficult to deal with, because people have been afraid to be coming out since we've allowed the restrictions to be lifted. It's affected people's lives in so many ways that will be detrimental, I'm quite sure, for time to come. And again, people are living in fear, which is a major emotion that's very difficult to shift when you're in that position. And we have to try and transmute and change the emotions to be more positive, and to know that we're safe, because it takes over, and then we've got anxiety and all sorts of different negative things. So with all the emotions going on, then we've got society, and then look at society all over the world and look what's happening, and every day you look and see something else is happening and something else is happening, and you think, this is really not making sense at all. So the world is quite challenging at the moment, and all we can really do is just keep being ourselves, because if we keep shifting, shaping and adapting to our environment, I think that's all we can do at the moment as well, because we're respecting everybody when we're out and about. And the most important thing I would say as well is to, and I know this has been mentioned before, but in the literal sense, we have to be kind to every single person, because we do know what that person's been going through. And nobody knows what anybody has been through in their life. We're all born pure and innocent, as I mentioned before, but we've all we get programmed, conditioned. Some of us have been through quite a lot of trauma in our lives that nobody would even know about, and you know, that carries on for a lifetime as well, and it's very difficult for people to get over some of the things that they've been through. So if anybody's stopping someone in a shop or in the street or wherever it is and thinks that they can say to someone what they think is best or whatever, we need to remember we don't know what that person's been through. So the best thing we could possibly do at this massive challenging time that we're going through is to be kind to everybody that we meet, and just love and be there for each other as well. That needs any help, reach out as well. So that is the 8 energy. It's all about earth, emotions and society, and it is reminding us to be grounded, because if we become away up here, not grounded, we get stuck in the head, we could become very overwhelmed, and you know, we need to keep grounded and keep stable in what we're doing in life, and keep going. I would like to maybe read out a healing affirmation for this energy as well, if that's okay, just a short one. And here we go, I'll just put this over onto the water here. So the healing affirmation is: as I integrate this body, I feel joyful to be alive. As I integrate this body, I feel joyful to be alive. As I integrate this body, I feel joyful to be alive. And what we're doing is we're integrating our spiritual with our physical bodies on this planet called Earth, where we chose to come down to and learn life's lessons and experiences, and ultimately to find out who we are and grow from that and to unite together, be together. So that's us for the week. So I hope you have a good week ahead, and we'll see. We're almost into the middle of August, September in a few weeks, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Love you all. Bye bye.